My loyal watchers, we're back, and that's right. Welcome to exciting Danville Jaguar basketball. As always, sponsored by Warner Cable. Great performances every day. This evening in Saturday night's contest, we've got Danville Area Community College in the semifinals of the Region 24 Junior College Championship, where tonight your Danville Jaguars will be taking on the Parkland Cobras, coached by Terrence Gray. The winner of tonight's game will go on to the championship tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Lincolnland, who was a winner in the first game against Shawnee. I'm William Graham, and I got a new color man with me, a special guest. You're going to love it. Mr. Pat Kelly out of Schlarman High School, used to play for them, and now he's out of Blackburn. Pat, welcome to the show.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm really glad to be here.
Pat's going to give us some insight into this Parkland team, as Pat has played them once before already this season. As always, I got to have my standard little pregame talk with Coach Jeff Haney. And guess what? I don't have anything new to tell you. He says Parkland's not going to show them anything they haven't seen already. They're just going to come right at the Jaguars. One thing to note about Parkland, they're very athletic at the forward positions. Carl Henry and Tommy Beal, they can jump out of the gym. So let's probably look for them to lead the floor a few times tonight. A key for the Parkland success that Haney noted was that they're going to pound it inside to Mannon. Mannon just killed the Jaguars in their last game. Pat, what do you remember about the Jaguars, and especially about Byron Mannon?
Well, he's a real good post-up player. He's got a good turnaround move to the baseline. But he's a good passer, too. But they'll just pound into him, and he goes up strong, draws a lot of fouls.
He just killed the Jaguars on the boards last time. What kind of defense do they need to do to get him off the glass?
Well, they need to get their butts into him right away and make sure they push him out as far away from the basket as they can. He's got a good reach, and he just gets up and just seems to go after everything.
Another thing that Coach Haney noted was the guard play, most notably Chris Warren. Not so big on the floor guy, but they think his ball handling is suspect, and they're going to attack Mr. Warren. What do you think about that?
Well, with the injury to Tyus Gardner, he's really got a lot of pressure. He's got to handle the ball most of the time. We pressured him early on. He didn't seem to handle it, but it's going to be a big key real early if they can make him get some turnovers.
One key point about this series in general, it's always close. You can count on a close ball game. In the last 15 meetings between these two teams, 11 of the games have been decided by 6 points or less. 7 of those games have been won in overtime or on a shot at the buzzer. So we can look for a close one. What kind of keys do you see for Danville tonight to stop Parkland? What did Parkland show you in your meeting with them?
We're going to have to play great one-on-one defense and help defense because Parkland really likes to break their guy down, take him to the hole, and dish it out. So it's going to be a real key for Danville to see the rotation's good and if they help and recover.
I spent some time with Danville earlier today. They came out about 12 o'clock. They shot around, did some drills. What kind of things are you trying to accomplish, on a pregame practice like that?
Well, you just want to get everyone in a good frame of mind for the game, make sure everyone's got a positive attitude to come out and do the things they need to do to get the job done. Most importantly, just relax and not get caught up in all the emotion.
Aha! See, now we got it. See, that's why I brought him up here. He says they need to relax and get in a good frame of mind. Well, I don't know, but when I was there today, I saw Durham tackle Shaughnessy Rice in the first row of seats. Okay, maybe he was getting him in a good frame of mind. Maybe you want to take him out for some more playing time. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's get ready for some Jaguar basketball. They're going to open up with Shaughnessy Rice and Derek Miller at the guards. Chris People and Zach Loll at the forwards. And Matt Newcome's going to jump for Parkland. They're going to open up. Matt Ulrich's going to jump center. They got the forwards with Tommy Beal and Carl Henry. And at the guards, they've got Carl Warren. And another guy out there, if he'd let me show me his little number, I'd find out. But I can't see it. We'll tell you. This game's underway, and the Jaguars have possession, and Shaughnessy Rice is going to bring it up under pressure from Chris Warren. Excellent. What are the Jaguars doing?
Well, it looks like they're running a little motion offense here to try to get some open shots. There's the first three.
Shaughnessy Rice, they're going to give him that much room. He's going to shoot it. It's off the back iron. Parkland retains possession. They go immediately inside to Ulrich with the short jumper, and it's good. Parkland's on the board.
A I'll tell you, it's going to be real key also how Danville gets back on defense. Parkland really likes to push it off the defensive board, so that's going to also be a factor.
Danville seems to go up against every opponent, and they're out-athleticized. Parkland's very athletic at the forward positions, and Danville's just going to have to compensate.
Yeah, they're going to have to make sure they run their offense well, and they have to try and negate the athleticism of Beal and
Henry. We got a foul right off the bat, though, is Antoine Easley. That's that unnamed player. If he'd show me his number. Little push and foul, and Jaguars inbound under their own net. Beal is all over Loll out top. Questionable. Almost got the 5-second call, and Derek Miller can't convert on the backdoor layup. They got to hit those.
Yeah, you need to get all the open opportunities you can.
You're going to see that about 10 times tonight. Danville loves the backdoor picks, and they're going to hit that baseline all night.
There they go right now. Dacc's trying to put some early pressure on Warren to see how he can handle it.
And we almost got a steal. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Shaughnessy Rice is all over him. Next to Peoples, Shaughnessy Rice is probably their best defender just out of his quickness alone.
Parkland showing a lot of patience early, which is surprising.
So what are you calling them, man? A bunch of ragamuffins that can't keep it under control?
No, you know, they usually just like to get up shots and get the rebound.
What they've got, though, is a 4-point lead as the Jaguars can't get a hip on anyone. Matt Newcome checks with a 15-footer and doesn't like it. He's got nowhere to go, and he's mugged. Matt Ulrich with a little stranglehold. They don't give it to him. Chris Peoples shot it off, and he crashes, but he can't get the control of it. I thought he got away with 2 walks. Did he get away with a little walk there?
I don't know. It looks like he kept his foot still, though. But it was a good spin move, a good finish, and Parkland's off to a quick start.
Coach Spazia doesn't like this start. Parkland's up 6-0, 2 minutes into the game. We got a timeout on the floor. Got a quick timeout by Spazia. They got to get this thing under control. First possession after a timeout's a lot of times pretty critical.
Yeah, and Parkland's going to try to put the kill right away, come out with some early pressure to see how the Jaguar guards can handle pressure.
Well, all right, we'll just see what the hell happens now. Derek Miller's got it. Jaguars congested out top, not too much movement. Newcome swings it over the side. He's got it in front of the Parkland bench. He's got nowhere to go. Miller flashes, but he's stopped. Peoples with about 9 spin moves. I don't think any of them work. Ulrich and Warren can't communicate, and Ulrich decides to throw it into the stands. I think that's out of bounds.
I think so too. It looked like Danville was trying to run a couple double screens for Shaughnessy that time. They just didn't execute.
It looked like anybody from Danville wants to take a shot right now.
No, it doesn't. They need someone to really step up.
That's the thing with Danville. Derek Miller's the leading scorer at 12 points a game. Everyone else around 6 or 7. They don't really have a go-to guy. Is that good or is that bad?
Well, and in ways it's good, but when you got plays like that trying to take 1-on-5, it's not good because then one guy feels like he's got to take over, and you can't do that against Parkland.
Miller's shot is blocked by Ulrich. Loll setting a screen for Rice. There's the Shaughnessy Rice 15-footer we've all come to love. Seems like Shaughnessy either takes a 3 or takes that 15-footer. Or he'll dunk it, as I read in the commercial news this morning. I don't think Shaughnessy Rice can dunk it. If he can dunk it, I can dunk it.
I'd like to see it. There he is. Let's see if he's the guy that's going to get hot.
He says, I know I can shoot the 3 as he hits from 20 feet. Jaguars on a 5-0 run. It's 6-5 with 16 minutes to go in the first half.
Parkland's running their spread offense here to try to get some 1-on-1 for Henry.
Ulrich's going to spot up for the 15-footer. I do not think that's where they want him shooting from.
No, that's what Danville wants. They want him taking that jump again if I let them back as they can.
He's not the best color man in the league for nothing. Place with the pump fake on Warren. He pulls up. Ref on the call, and they get Tommy Beal with the walk. That's stupid. That's unforced error right there.
Yeah, no. I tell you, that's one thing Parkland does do. They do have a lot of unforced errors and throw the ball away. And that also is going to be another key here to see how well they can make the most of their opportunities they have on the offensive end.
Do they have a lot of guys out there thinking I before we?
Well, I think that's the way most of their offense is set up. I mean, they got 7 or 8 guys that are just unbelievable athletes, and you got to take advantage of that when you're a coach.
Right there is a good sign of it. Carl Henry takes up and leaps the pass and steals it. Gives it to Antoine Easley, who decides he's going to throw it into the backboard, which is fine, but it's out of bounds, so it doesn't count. Jaguars on a 7-0 run, all courtesy of Shaughnessy Rice, and that's huge for the Jaguars. Shaughnessy's not called upon to do a lot of scoring. He's more of a playmaker. All the more points they get out of him is just a bonus.
Well, point guard position is probably one of the most important ones, as I should know, and any added scoring out of them is just going to add to the team's efficiency.
Excellent point. So how much are you putting in for Blackburn? Tell me.
Well, I average around 14 this year.
14, you ball hog. He just tells you any added scoring, so what's he do? He probably puts up about 30 times a game.
I did shoot about 43% from the field, though.
How much?
About 43.
Well, that's terrible. Point guard? Terrible. Brett Andrews checked into the game as Matt Newcome is taking his seat. Chris Peoples spots up for the 3, and Danville's on a 10-0 run. Now it's Terrence Gray's turn. He doesn't like what he sees. We got 14 and a half minutes to go in the first half. It's 10-6 Jaguars. Well, we're back. And as always, we're sponsored by Warner Cable. Great performances every single day that end in Y. What's Parkland got to do out there? It seems like every time they get the ball, they throw it in the concession stand or out of bounds. What's up?
This is going to be an important time here. They got Warren out. They got a makeshift point guard here. This guy usually play the 2 or 3 spot. And I see Danville's trying to up the pressure here. They're really going to try to put the kill away early.
They stick Derek Miller out top on Easley. Looked like Henry got away with another walk. Instead, they're going to get Brett Andrews down low on his first.
Those black shoes sometimes make you look like a travel, so, it's a little deceiving.
Hey, good point. Good point. We don't skip a beat. Jay Johnson usually gives us the fashion, tips, and Pat steps right in and tells us black shoes make you look like you're traveling. What the hell's going on around here? Oh, no, not again. Not Tommy Beal. I remember this guy from the last game. He takes about 45 minutes to shoot. He's the first guy that's ever going to get a 10-second call on a free throw.
Well, the end result's all that counts. As you see, he drained that one.
End result, schmen result. The guy better speed it up. I'm getting pissed.
Well, free throws are all about routines, and he's definitely in one. And he sinks both of these. That'll probably be in your face, but he missed it, so we're all right.
Yeah, see? Yeah, speed up, buddy. Tommy Beal. Nevertheless, he stops Danville's 10-0 run. Now it's a 10-1 run. Brett Andrews takes it right to the hole and kicks it back out to Peoples, who nails his second 3 in the last 2 minutes.
Well, that's going to be big. Dacc is 3 for 3 from the three-point line right now, and if they can keep draining those, that's really going to open things up for them. Can't let that happen, though.
Dacc applying some pressure down court. Leave a wide open Carl Henry on the wing in front of the Dacc bench. He makes him pay as he buries a 3. It's 13-10 Danville. That's some great outside shooting so far.
Yeah, this pressure defense is something else right now by Parkland. Good move, though.
Derek Miller with a nice hook around move down low. He's going to go to the line for 2.
They called that before the shot.
They did, which makes me sound like a liar, which I'm not. Brett Andrews inbound.
No inside play right now. They're going to need some of those. There's a good step in there by Parkland.
You're going to find Danville never gets any inside play. And if it is inside, it's because their guards have got a backdoor cut.
Well, Miller right there should have probably pulled up about 13 feet instead of trying to take it all the way in and just take the short little jumper.
They've been successful so far from the perimeter. He took it a little bit too far. Yeah, you're going to see very few plays set up for a Matt Newcombe or a Zach Loll underneath. Thomas Newton controls for the Shaughnessy Rice is all over him as Byron Manning dribbles it off his forehead. Shaughnessy Rice dribbles around, 5, 6 different people. That's cool. He says, I'm under control. Meanwhile, Coach Spade is ripping his tie off. Ugly. That was ugly.
No words for that one.
If I had to give play-by-play on that one, it would go like this. Shaughnessy Rice, no, off his forehead, no, and then it's off of that guy right there. He threw it out. Okay. Next. But I didn't want to say that, so, Once again, I must add that the opinions expressed by your play-by-play and color man are not necessarily the opinions expressed by Danville Area Community College or my parents. Chris Warren back into the game for the Jaguars. Not the Jaguars, how about the Cobras?
He set up a triple screen that time for
a triple screen.
Carl Henry. Yeah, he came off the backside there, getting wide open. No switch from Danville. 3 points.
Yeah, to give him some points for just getting off 3 screens. That's excellent.
I agree.
Whatever happened, Carl Henry barracks another 3 and ties this game up. And listen to that Parkland defense chant. Defense, defense.
Yeah, I think right now it looks like Henry's the man they're going to try to go to, get him off early, and he could kind of take control of the game if he wants to.
Then again, he maybe can if Antoine Easley keeps throwing it into the padding. That's twice in the last 2 minutes he's thrown it completely out of bounds. His passes aren't even close. They're not even giving me a chance to make it sound respectable.
Well, right now, Parkland's a totally different team with Tyvis Gardner out right now. He really ran the show, and he got them in the flow, got the ball to the right guys, and they're really missing him right now. But hopefully Warren can step his game up.
There's a guy in now that definitely doesn't get much playing time. Kirk Glintborg, number 24, is handling the point right now.
Shots he wants to, he can do that right there all night. He can break it all down.
Warren's not quick enough to take Shaughnessy. Rice right there shows some of his quickness, just about gets the steal. Henry kicks it down low to Mann, who makes a spin move, and he's blocked from behind by Newcombe. I thought it was a good block.
Yeah, it looked like it's good help defense by Newcombe coming over. Mannon's a real good post player, but he's just real slow.
He puts it on the floor every time, and that right there allows the defense to collapse on him.
Well, as you can see, when he put the ball down, his head went down too, and I really don't think he knew what Jimmy was in.
No, I don't. But he's tremendous when he does that. He does it, every once in a while he has a knack of bouncing it right off his forehead and right back into his hand, which I think he's pretty good at. Mr. Mannon's first is a little bit too solid. It's off the back of the rim, which means it did not go in. Peoples takes a point for the Jaguars now. Brett Andrew, the fake master. Peoples gets his man up. Can't get the shot to drop as they're going to get Tommy Beal with a little push. Jaguars are going to go to the line for the first time tonight.
That's another thing that Dacc's going to be able to do with Parkland. All the Parkland guys like to block shots. You get inside, give 1 or 2 head fakes.
They'll go
to the free throw line all night.
Coach. Tell your guys to pump fake, all right? This line is secretly wired to Coach Spage's new jacket tonight. He'll get that message. We're going to see some pump faking now. People's second is good. I tell you what, Pat, if they keep hitting the free throws like that, they'll never miss.
Well, they're 100% right now, so they're really rolling.
I'd have to say that's probably leading the nation. Manning gets in between two Jaguar defenders and gets down to easy two. He's going to the line for one.
Well, right now Parkland's really establishing an inside game. First with Ulrich and now with Manning. So,
and he's a lot more effective. He got it, turned it, and laid it in. There wasn't any dribbling or anything. He's got to concentrate on doing that.
Time for the double team to come over.
Folks, I got to say, I don't think you've ever heard this much basketball knowledge coming out of your TV sets in a long time. Manning completes a three-point play to give the guests a two-point lead at 17-15. Just under 11 minutes to go in the first half. Doug Durham's going to check in for the Jaguars' next dead ball.
I tell you, Danville's really going away. There's a good drive, though. I tell you, get in that close, you see his backboard.
Coach, got to tell these guys use the backboard. Chris Warren dribbles it off his foot. Happens to go to Carl Henry, who takes a baseline move and lays it up, and Matt Newcombe comes in for the weak side rebound.
I'll tell you right now, Henry's just getting about anything he wants. He didn't convert that time, but he's really making mincemeat of Danville's defense.
Shaughnessy Rice trying to thread one through there. Tommy Beal all over that. I get Tommy Beal and Carl Henry mixed up. They look the same. They play the same. Hey, man, come on.
I think that pump gives him away.
A high top fade, you kid and play looking. Come on, step off. As expected, Durham comes in to spell Shaughnessy Rice. Ryan Smoot with the simple between the dribble legs and dribbles it off his chest. Turns it over and they go right down low to Ulrich.
Good kick out. I'll tell you, Danville really can play off of Warren because he's not going to shoot that outside shot. There's a good offensive board by Henry. Another one, boy, this kid's an athlete.
Henry boxed in by Smoot and Peoples on the baseline. He alertly calls timeout. Carl Henry right now is he's dominating the Jaguars. No one's getting a hip on anyone out there.
No, well, he's definitely having his way, and he's going to be a big factor.
He'd probably be a good father, too, one day. Needless to say, we got a timeout on the court. 9:34 to go in the first half. It's 17-15 Parkland. Back to the action. Those buzzers really annoy me. What do you think the Jaguars need to do to cut down the effectiveness of the buzzers?
Possible lob play right there. Good cover by...
Hey, we're talking buzzers, not hoops.
Well, you know, an air horn is always effective, but...
But those are very, they're not very, you know what I'm talking about.
Right now. There's another turnover. Bad pass.
Both teams try to go down low with lob passes. Neither one of them work. Clint Borg bombs from deep. It's no good. Matt Ulrich's pretty pumped up.
Well, he was wide open right there, and Warren didn't see him, and I think he just wanted to say, hey, man, feed me the rock.
Give me the damn ball before I pulverize you. 4, 5. Gets away with the near. That's about a 4.5 second. Doug Durham checks Warren at the top. He's got it over to Ulrich, who kicks it back out front into Antoine Easley's hands. Boom, right down to Ulrich, and Chris Peoples comes over to help and slaps him on the arm.
Well, Ulrich gets the ball that deep. There's only going to be good things happening for Parkland.
I've got tears in my eyes because the knowledge that I'm being fed so far, I mean, it's so good it's almost disgusting. So disgusting, Matt Newcombe takes a seat. He's over there thinking, man, I need a knee brace on. I got one on, I got one on my ankle. I need something on my elbow at least. I'd like to get some padding out there. Probably loan some to a yeah, I see it right now. Fred Andrew and Zach Loll got a couple of braces around their ankles. That's probably where they came from, Mr. Newcombe. Bandages RS.
Well, I think that also could be an Indiana thing.
Good point. Good point. Just the Danville Jaguars or the Indianapolis Jaguars? Ulrich converts both. Parkland's extended its lead to its largest of the game. Since it was 6-0, it's now 21-15.
Danville's really gone away from Peoples and Shaughnessy Rice. I think they really need to get those guys back in the game and get them some shots.
Brett Andrews' three is no good. Chris Warren just missed a wide open Tommy Beal underneath. Thank God, John Spasia's saying. Easy makes a little look-away move and drives the baseline on Ander and hits the 12-footer.
Well, there again is that one-on-one movement by Parkland, getting their player down, breaking him down the baseline, taking him off the dribble.
Danville hasn't scored in about 4 minutes. They are utterly confused. Zach Loll says, man, I ain't confused for nothing. I'm going to bury this three because I ain't going down for you or nobody. Warren dribbles in.
I'll tell you, Oleg's a real horse down there. He works and works.
He works. Thank God he's not a great shooter or a great player for that matter. He's just big.
Then again, there's Parkland again going one-on-one. Warren going by his man. Dacc's got to step up and help and kicks it off to the open guy. I'll tell you what else Parkland's doing by kicking this ball inside with Dacc's low numbers. They're getting their guys in foul trouble, making some important people sit down early.
Does the information never stop? I don't think so. That's why I brought him in. Ulrich rims it out as Derek Miller controls and kicks it up to Shaughnessy Rice. So Andy's got baseline. Mr. Ryan Smoot underneath. Move, boys, move. Brander looked like he could have kept taking that one to the hole if he wanted to, but he chose not to. For Danville, it's one shot and out so far.
Well, I'll tell you what, on the offensive end, they're not setting really hardly any screens. Everything's just one-on-one dribble, pick up, and they really just don't have any smooth flow on their offense.
Coach Spasia, you're not flowing. Easily took that one to the hole. Shaughnessy Rice gets credit for the foul. That's his first. Puts Parkland in the bonus. Brick. Not much arch on that, baby. That thing could have went through the back of the glass.
There's one weakness that Parkland does have as a team. It's free throw shooting. And, you know, you need to knock them down. They're open shots.
Well, they say the unguarded 15-footer is the toughest shot in basketball. As his second one is good. Matt Ulrich gets in there to tie it up. There is no reason for a guy 10 feet away from the basket to get a rebound. I mean, no reason.
Well, poor execution by Danville on the free throw.
That's my biggest pet peeve. I just cannot stand that. Shaughnessy Rice is all over Warren. They're definitely making an effort to haggle him to wherever he goes.
I'll tell you also with Warren, I tell you, you can kind of get inside his head too, and you can make him lose his concentration, and that'll add to his turnovers.
Well, what, talk about his girlfriend? What's up?
No, just you know, play a little rough, bump him here and there, you know, get him a little off his game.
Right there's a nice pass underneath though. Tommy Beal comes up lame on that. Maybe he's injured. All right, good work.
Yeah, I think he stepped on someone's foot and might have twisted his ankle there, but you know, this is tournament time. He's not going to sit out.
Hey, that's part of the game plan. Zach Loll hammered by Ulrich.
I tell you, Danville's really out of sync. He just got guys making a one little short jab step, and everybody's running to the ball. Somebody's got to make an effort to try to get somebody else open instead of thinking about themselves.
It moves you, doesn't it? Pat, by the way, on the off season makes rap albums.